Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip, and what we have for sale here today is a PC35MR. This is a -2 series. The serial number of this machine is 673. I'm gonna leave that last digit blank. It's got a longer serial number, but that's what Komatsu goes by. We're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second, we'll run it in the third. If you buy this tractor from me or some of the others that we have for sale, we got some loaders and some excavators and compactors. Anyway, point is if you buy any one of these machines from me, you're going to be dealing with Perf Prevents You. He's the guy running the camera right now. He's my right-hand man. Price on a new machine like this these days, the last time I looked was probably 45, 60 grand. I mean 45 to 50 grand. I'll bet they're up to 60 right now with the this inflation the way it is. The weight of this machine is 8,245 pounds. The widest point is this track here, which is 5 foot 9 inches. Tallest point is the top of that cab at 8 foot 8 inches. Transportation length, if this thing is knuckled up, and transport profile is 15 feet. Comparable machines are like a Bobcat 331 or their newer E35 or maybe a John Deere 35 ZTS, a Takeuchi TBO 35 or maybe a Cat 303.5. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas machine. I say that because we are not in a corrosive environment. We're 300 miles from the ocean and far enough south that the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen tables. That's important because salt is corrosive. It gets in the air. It messes up your electrical connectors. You know, it gets into the computer system, the motherboard, the CPU. So this machine is essentially a rust-free machine. You'll see where, you know, the rainwater's where the paint's been rubbed off and the rainwater's gotten to it, but it in no way, shape, or form is rust pervasive. We bought this machine from a company that we've done a lot of business with. It should be said that before I buy any machine, I have a couple of mechanics go out and inspect it. If they say everything's okay with the machine, then I have Perf Prevents You go out and inspect it. And if he says everything's okay with the machine, then I personally go out and I inspect it before I write a check. So these machines are 4 times vetted before I actually buy them. As far as options go, you can see this machine has got auxiliary hydraulics. It's got a thumb. This is a fixed thumb, but you can buy a cylinder and hook it up to these hydraulics to make this a hydraulic thumb. Pretty easy. It's got a strike-off blade here. Like I say, the strike-off blade is like 5 foot 9 inches. It's 1 foot tall. It's got an offset boom. This will enable you to dig parallel to the tracks, like if you're digging in an alley or up along a house, you can dig parallel to the tracks of the machine. It has rubber tracks. Let's see here. I think that's about it. As far as the engine goes, this engine, look in there, it's a Yanmar engine. That engine goes in Bobcats, John Deere's, Takeuchi's, Caterpillars. That is a very popular engine. Komatsu private labels it as a 3D88E-5, and I think that's what the Yanmar engine name is. Komatsu says Komatsu engine, but it's not. It's a Yanmar engine. The only reason Komatsu uses Yanmar engines is because they're bulletproof. That's why everybody uses them. They put those engines in generators and just about everything. It's a bulletproof design. It's got an 11.6 gallon fuel tank, which will run you anywhere from 12 to 16 hours depending on your operation. This machine is mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it. Everything works. All the fluid levels are where they should be. It's got a little two-speed hydraulic motor for your travel. It'll get up to maybe about 3 miles per hour. This undercarriage here is probably about 75%. There's some little cuts in it here and there, but that in no way, shape, or form violates the structural integrity of these tracks or the safety or the longevity of them. You know, things just happen. Sometimes you're working in a rocky area. As far as things wrong with this machine, I can't think of anything other than maybe it's a little bit dirty. We didn't get a chance to clean it up so you guys could see it in its work clothes. Oh, another option is that it's got a I can't open that, but inside that it's got a pattern control change valve. I forgot to mention that. The hydraulics are strong. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in this work equipment. All of these pins and bushings are relatively tight. There's no deflection or any kind of problem in the turntable or this kingpin area for your boom. You can see this bucket here is about a 20. It's an 18-inch bucket, but it's got a 20-inch bite. It's about 24 inches tall and about 28 inches deep. This thumb right here is 6 inches wide, roughly, by 26 inches. This thumb kind of folds up completely out of the way. So if you're digging, you can fold up the thumb, and it doesn't interfere with your digging. That little bucket right there is probably 1/5 of a yard capacity. The maximum dig depth on this machine is 10.5 feet. The maximum reach at ground level from those tracks right there all the way out at ground level is 17 feet. The breakout force on this machine is 6,750 pounds. And the lifting capacity, this machine will lift 5,800 pounds about 6 foot out. Now, the further out you get, your lifting capacity drops exponentially. So, you know, keep that in mind. But at the apex of its lifting capacity, it's roughly 5,800 pounds. These shoes right here are 12-inch pads. And there's roughly 6 foot of track on the ground. That probably gives you a PSI rating of about 3 or 4. You say, well, what's the big deal about that? Me is 6'1", 200 pounds. standing in these boots right here, I probably weigh 20 psi. This tractor will actually walk where I couldn't. Another interesting thing about this machine, we'll find something to push around here in a little bit, but I'll show you the push test on this machine. This machine has got a 8,000 pounds of tractive effort. So that's called a drawbar pull. So a drawbar pull is defined as the amount of weight a machine can push or pull in addition to its own. So in this case, it's 8,000 pounds. We don't really have anything too heavy to lift around here, but we'll figure something out. We'll push something around. We're gonna run the tractor in the next clip. Perfecto, you got anything else you want to add?
Nothing, just that it's a solid, good little mini excavator.
Yeah, we like it. It's a good machine.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, we're gonna run it in the next clip. All right, this is the inside of the cab here. There's your seat. That joystick right there is for your, these two joysticks are for your bucket controls. That one right there is for your blade control. That's your throttle. Here's the, all the gauges work. It's got 2,369 hours.